Hello everyone, and today we're doing What If Deku Was Altaria, Part 4. Also guys, this will be more so on the villain side, as you can see from the picture, since, last part, we had a Grand Admiral, person as the villain. And we'll be seeing, like, the inner conflict, from we'll call it Team Aqua. It sounds cool, okay? And it's Pokemon, just like our entire channel. So, on to the video. Okay, onto the video. So, we start this off right as, right after, their teleporter guy, who, was not expecting to be so easily, defeated by only one of the students. And this was, like, the future generation of Kaminari's kid. And he shot black lightning at a water portal guy. It was basically a whirlpool. So, as you imagine, when he teleported back, and one of the smaller commanders is like, where is he? And we'll call him Water, the whirlpool guy. Water's like, he was not defeated, but Master will be coming back with him. He's very beaten up by the last fight. And that's when Marina, the girl in the picture, and the vice commander says, "What? He was supposed to be a lot stronger than them, and we even sent in that beast." Okay. So, here's the question. Why was he defeated? Well, there was an issue. There was King Spoon, as we expected, but before that we were fighting this kid, and he was very, very strong. As she yells at him like, "It was just a kid. It cannot be that hard." And, Water is just like, "Sorry, ma'am, but he was heavily out of his league, I feel." And it didn't even look like the student was trying. They did say Mega Evolve and full power eventually, but they clearly weren't showing full power. I don't think King Spoon could see that they weren't using full power either. And I have a theory. And Marina sits back in her chair like, "And what's that?" And Water is like, "Well, I feel I believe they were called Altaria, might be with our rival organization." More Pokemon within this, guys. I feel it could be the Magma group. And she just hits her head on her hand like, "No, there's no way." She was even blue, wasn't she? I was looking at the camera on your shoulder. And Water's like, "It could just be something." Well, he will be coming back soon. And yeah. As they hear a teleporter thing, and their leader drops him off at the base, and he teleports back to where he was, and he says, "Take care of him, Marina. I don't want to have to do that again. This is only one of our smaller operations. You should have had to save him, but I know I haven't given you a teleport quirk yet. I'm still trying to find another person with that." and he teleports back to his quarters. And she's like, that was my fault. If I would have had a teleport quirk, that fight would have been over. And he would have been dead. And Water's like, well, he actually might die soon because he put in a large portion of his life essence into a blast that Master just deflected easily. So King Spoon is quite clearly falling out of it. And I feel we can kill him easily. Just send a couple beasts with you and I and maybe young Master. And then we can defeat him. And she sighs like, yeah, that might work. But we'd have to intercept them at another vulnerable time. So, yeah, I feel we can plan ahead for that. So, you got all of their schedule? And Water grabs papers from a portal and reaches out and grabs them all. And he says, so after this, they'll have a sports festival with a lot of heroes at it. That's a no. And Marina's like, yeah, we're not doing a very popular one. And he then announces, like, well, then there's work studies, and then there's final exams, but top heroes will be there, so probably not a good idea. Oh, after that will be a summer training camp with some low-level heroes, the Wild Wild Pussycats, Generation 4, with two teachers and the 4 heroes. So 4 low-level heroes and 2 quite strengthened heroes. And all of their students. And Marina's like, yeah, that can work. Now go. We need to devise a plan. Create an army. And go find that family. And Water's like, him? You really think we need him for this fight? And Marina, gets out of her chair like, absolutely. If we want to take down the number 1 hero, who really shouldn't be the number 1 hero, we can do this. He's weak, and we'll get momentum against Magma. Even if we have to deal with that Altaria person. We can do this, Water. For Master. And, their leader comes through the intercom and is like, good speech, Marina. I will get the assets for you ready. I'll get 8 highly trained robotic creations. And I'll be giving you a teleport quirk. And that would be it. Is that all you need, Marina, for your raid? And Marina is like, I need one more thing. I need a little squad so I can keep the 4 low levels occupied. And I'd also like one normal, very strong villain. If that would be very fine. And the boss is like, that works. Yeah. I'll be getting over that with your other superiors who are onto the other schools and other classes to invade, to damage this horrible society that humanity has grown up with throughout the last 100 years. It should never have existed. And we can't let that third organization the Black Rubies group up. Because I hear they have one very strong person that we don't know about, but they are rumored to be far superior to King Spoon. And yeah. Be right back, guys. I'll get a new picture for the next arc, which will be about the Black Rubies. Okay. Okay, guys. Back to the video. Deku. Basically, if you hear me say Deku, it's the main character. He walks up to a mysterious door, which by the way, guys, his mother is just somewhere else. She lets him go out a lot, so you'll understand why. So, when Deku is on the week-long break, well, the 2-week-long break, I'll say, after the USJ incident, he walks through a mysterious door leading to a very malicious discovery. He's like, Victor, what happened here? And his colleague Victor is like, one of the heroes found out, but only one, I promise. Sorry, boss. And Deku's like, that's fine. Ricky, go clean that up. And Ricky then goes clean it up. As Deku sits down in his chair like, they'll never see it coming. As Deku looks at his computer like, that fight should not have happened. The number one hero will fall, but maybe we can keep him as an ally to the students. Maybe I can recruit one and make them stronger as they grow. I was thinking maybe the kid I manipulated. You know him? I only spent around 15 years as... You remember my quirk, right, Victor? And Victor's like, sorry, boss, what was it? And Deku's like, my quirk? Well, I have two. That Altaria form you guys know about, the one I'm currently in. Well, as he clicks on his watch, I also have this magma form, which in it has a quirk inside of it that allows me to shift between any age, which basically grants me immortality. Victor's like, sorry, boss, I forgot. And Deku's like, no, it's fine. I'll let you all know. So, anyone else coming to the meeting? And Victor's like, no, I think that's it, boss. And Deku then puts his hand on the table like, well, Black Rubies. If I said he was magma, I'm sorry, guys. And Deku was like, this was a heavy hit for us. That should not have happened. As I say again. And we need to launch an attack against either Magma or Aqua. I'm thinking Aqua, since they are shorter on resources, after all. But Magma is clearly developing something. It does not seem to be an army as far as our spies are concerned, and the intel we've gotten from the inside. That seems to be it. We will be launching an attack against UA when they go, when Class 1A goes into their, what's it called? I do believe it's called the Sports Festival boss. And Deku's like, thank you, Victor. And yeah, we'll be going against the sports festival. We'll be attacking one, two, three. We'll be attacking all 3 classes from the first year. And we'll be attacking the crowd and the couple pro heroes that are there. And yeah, that seems to be it for the meeting. I'll be developing an army. I'll be getting very close to with one of the students. Hopefully I can recruit them. I want all of you to try and get your closest people and develop an army of villains. And we'll invade UA. So, bye. As he walks out the door and just turns back into his Altaria form. And he then flies back to his house. And when he opens the door, his mom's like, "Where were you, Izuku?" And Izuku's like, "No, Mom, I was out with friends going to the movies." And Inko's like, "Okay, Izuku." And yeah. So, Izuku just smirks as he goes to sleep. And yeah, 2 weeks later, we're at the sports festival. And as everyone loads off the bus, Shinso's kid, who is, I'll say is the 1A's teacher, is like, "Well, students, are you all here?" And Deku's like, "Yeah, we seem to all be here, Aizawa." And Shinso's like, "Aizawa?" And Deku's like, "Oh, I meant Shinso." And Shinso's like, "Get it right next time, problem child." And Deku was like, "I'll show you, problem child." As Shinso's like, "What was that?" And Deku's like, "Nothing." And they all walk onto the, they all walk into the arena. And when Deku is called for the pledge, he smirks like, "This is the perfect signal." And as he's walking through the crowd to get on the stage, he gets on the mic next to his collar and says, Get in place, man. When I say go on the podium, I want you all to attack. Okay?" And they all say yes. And he gets on the podium and says, "Well, I understand these past weeks that Hero Society has been very damaged by the recent attacks against my class, and I hope we can all give a great fight. And in honor of Class 1A, I'd like to present to you the new villain group," as everyone is shocked, the Black Rubies. As he turns into his black and red form. And he starts attacking just all the students in the arena. And everyone comes out of concealed slots in the wall, and everyone is being attacked. King Spoon comes out of his little area, is like, "I never thought he, my very close friend, my student, who I mentored for years, I never thought he'd be one to do this." As Deku sees him and teleports right behind him and kicks him in the back of the head, and King Spoon's like, "That hurt." As Izuku lifts him up by the throat like, "I never thought this would be so easy." King Spoon is like, "You best believe it isn't," as he kicks him in the face. And King Spoon is like, "It's so early in the fight, but I want to end this quick." As he taps on his little necklace, and he says, "Mega Evolve," as he turns into Mega Mewtwo X. and it increases his defense and attack, but lowers his speed. And Mega King Spoon is like, this is what you will feel for all the people you've hurt, as tons of people in the audience are being killed, and very injured heroes are being heard in the crowd. So, Izuku then also taps on his necklace, but says, limit break, as his entire body shatters, and when he reconstructs, he has a blade and like a sharpened hand, and he has a little gun out of his arm, and he has horns now out of his body, and he's gotten immensely stronger, as he says, you think your old generation is enough for me? As he jumps over to Mega King Spoon, and he slaps him into the air. And when Izuku teleports up there and stabs King Spoon in the gut and then kicks him down, King Spoon, when he hits the arena right in the middle, he gets bloodied and battered, and he's like, I'm getting too old for this stuff. As he reaches into the ground like full power, the perfect one, as he grabs out of the arena the perfect spoon that he told himself he'd never have to use again. And he grabs it out of the arena like, with all of my life essence, except 1%, so I can kill you with it. The one. As he puts basically all of his life energy, except 1%, into his perfect spoon. Deku's like, what is this? As he kicks into the ground and grabs a gun that he hoped he would not have to use, as he injects the gun, which had a needle on it, into himself. And he suddenly grows forearms, and he's like, let's dance. As they both collide with their full powers, and near the end of the fight, when they had basically beaten and bloodied each other, King Spoon noticed he only has 0.1 life essence remaining, and he's like, this'll be our final attack. I hope you're ready. As Izuku jumps into the air like, you think I'm ready? This is your final moment, old man. Make it count. As he lifts up into the air, and from all of his fingertips, dark energy comes out of it, and it makes a black and red ball. Black fading to red ball. And he launches it. He hurls it at King Spoon. And King Spoon gets his V1. And he tries to basically do baseball. And he tries hitting it. But it doesn't seem to budge. And King Spoon is like, 0.0999% of life essence. This'll be my last minute remaining, as he powers it into his perfect spoon, but he sees it's just not enough. What did he do with his attack? Or am I really this weak? As Izuku is like, you think you're strong? This will end you. This is the end of the old age of hero society. As he says, full power. As the blast overpowers his spoon, and King Spoon is sucked into it. And when the blast dissipates. King Spoon is left there, his corpse on the ground, dead. And Izuku, landing on the ground, is like, I'm sorry. As a man once said, it was never meant to be. As he walks backwards, and he's like, that seems to be it. As the all of Class 1A and 1B had actually escaped through doors, but they weren't the top priority. The civilians and heroes were. But they did get 1C. So Izuku's like, that's enough, everyone. As everyone gets behind him like, we did a great job, everyone. We left our mark on the society that everyone depends on. And now, as he grabs King Spoon's lifeless head, and he says, this is our trophy, as he launches him into the stratosphere, and then shoots a massive blast at the corpse. And he says, that'll give them some fireworks. Let's go back, everyone, as they all head back to the base. And Marini, who watched the entire thing, is like, what the heck? Why would they do that? As she slams her fist. And is like, that never needed to happen. That was pure evil. As the Team Magma people, Maggie, we'll call her, is like, oh, we're fading even less into non-relevance. And they didn't have time for final exams, so they went straight to the summer training camp. UA was just trying to rebuild. Because at the same time, a little group of Bad Ruby members blew a massive hole into UA and damaged a bunch of things and robbed the place. So when the students all went to the summer training camp, the first thing they did when they got there, when the bus arrived at the Wild Wild Pussycats, they were all introducing each other when Marini shouts, fire! As blasts all come down from them, and Izuku's not there anymore. So who will we spectate per se? We'll spectate Kaminari because he's cool. So Kaminari immediately makes an electro web around the entire class. Is like, we need to get back to the bus, everyone. We're being rained on. As Marini goes through the crowd with her massive sword and cuts a couple students in half. Like, this is my time, my group. I will put us back in the spotlight. I'll be the one on everyone's screens as she keeps killing the students. And Shinto's like, stop it. Why would you do this? And Marini is like, as she says in her head, I know his quirk. This won't work on me. As Shinto's like, answer me. As she kicks him into the bus, like, you guys are way too weak. As the descendant of Tiger puts her in a full Nelson and puts her on the ground, and she's like, you really don't think I'm the only one here, do you? As one of the Nomus drop kicks Tiger, and he just goes right into a mountain. And the three other Wild Pussycats like, everyone, we need to leave now. We can't fight this battle. As Marini gets back up, like, but we can. As some of the students keep trying to beat her, but Kaminari sees one of the Nomus at a perfect angle and shoots an electro gun into their neck, and it completely immobilizes the Nomu, just paralyzing it. So Kaminari's like, I know how to stop them, guys. I just need to see them at the perfect angle. Marini's like, oh, can you now? As she immediately dashes towards Kaminari and knees him in the face like, you're the only one stopping me, are you? Well, let's see how you do against this. As she's like, Grand LV Armada, shoot at him. As the electro web breaks from Kaminari being hurt, and they start getting rained on by missiles again. And Marini, every time one got even close to her, she'd just throw up a water shield around her, and it would be just completely resistant. And yeah, so later, towards the end of the fight, there had been around 9 casualties in the students. A tiger actually died from that mountain shot, and a Shinso and a lot of Class 1A got really injured, and Kaminari was on the verge of death from Marini. And she's like, I will not lose to you, kid. As she dashes towards him with the sword. And right as he's about to be stabbed, Shinso gets in the way and is stabbed by her sword right in the chest. And she's like, okay, hero. You didn't need to do that, but you did. As she kicks him off the sword, like, don't get your filthy blood on my sword. As she walks away like, that seems to be it, everyone. Not all of them are dead, but I think we left our mark. As one of the wild pussycats grabs onto her foot and scratches her like, what the heck are you doing, you twat? And the wild pussycat, we'll say the red one, is like, don't do this. You don't need to finish this. You've won. She's like, yeah, we're leaving. And she's like, thank you. And she passes out from blood loss. And as some ambulances quickly arrive. And they get out of there. And yeah, that's what we'll be leaving out for part 4, everyone. This is Call Me Rushed. Sending off. Bye-bye. And yeah, this is also the 600 sub special, guys. Thank you so much for 600 subs. I don't know why I did not mention this at the start, but you know. So, this is Call Me Rushed. Signing off. Bye-bye.